So, Thursday update. A lot of things happened actually. I had the Beat the Crap Out of Cancer marathon fight. It was basically a fencing tournament where everybody from a bunch of different fencing schools of different styles all fought in a fundraising campaign at our school downtown. Uh, there's no rules really, just you can pick whatever weapon you want, you can fight whoever you want, you can use whatever styles you want. You don't go to hit, you go to like just 2 minutes. It's just like time trial mode. Um, this has some problems, but otherwise, the whole thing was very fun. I did a lot of very different weapons. I did some great sword. I did shield and spear. I did shield and side sword, specifically against our school's maestro. The maestro is the top level fighter on the school, and they own the school, and they're like one of like 8 or something of like maestros on Earth. They're a big deal. Fighting the maestro is a thing, and I got to fight the maestro with side sword and shield, and I just kind of got clowned on, but like I still got a couple of good hits in, but you can tell he's playing N+1 fighting, which is if you're N, if your skill level is N, he fights you at your skill level +1, and he tries to get you to beat him, and then he goes up a skill level. And so whatever you're doing, he's doing a little bit more of what you're doing. This is the mark of a really skilled sparring partner, like an insanely skilled sparring partner. Like the best people in the world at things do this. It was a lot of fun. The tournament had a bunch of things. One of the other highlights of it was I got to push somebody through a door. The door is broken now. I have to replace the door. I owe my school a lot of McDonald's. What happened was there was this person does Southeast Asian martial arts. It's called Kali or Kali stick. It's got a bunch of names. It's 2 sticks and sometimes 2 machetes, depending on what you feel like using. And it is a martial style that is very aggressive and just kind of focuses on getting hits. If you get too close, they'll grapple and they'll throw and they'll wrestle. It's basically like stick fighting that's like a little bit MMA and a little bit like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and stuff. And they have like submission holds and stuff. People are doing fucking leg bars and shit to each other. Not to me, because when I decided to go shield and spear versus 2 short sticks, I would poke him with the long stick and he'd get hit, or he would close the distance and I had a shield. And though I couldn't really like hit him with the spear at that range, it's not very easy to do. You can pull the spear back and use it like a weird dagger, but other than that, the spear is not very useful. But the shield is awesome. The shield keeps people out insanely well, and the ability to throw a weighted right hook with a shield is really good. The other thing a shield does is tackle. If you can press your opponent into a wall with a shield, it's really effective at just stopping their offense. And it kind of just ends the fight there. So I did that a couple times. But eventually, the person would get a hand out and they'd start whacking me. And then it would just be like 2 minutes of me pressing a guy into a wall with a shield while he's tapping me on the head with a stick. And so I said at some point, fuck this. And I grab his leg in a hold. He's basically hopping on 1 foot now. I've got my shield in his head. His left arm is completely unable to move. His right arm is still bonking me with a stick, or it's trying to. It's like hitting my back because I'm just kind of in him. And I go, all right, well, I've got you. I'm going to try and move you. And then he manages to slip out from the wall. And I go, no, you're not going anywhere. And so I pushed him back in the wall. But the wall wasn't there. We had moved a little bit. There was no wall, and there was, in fact, a door. And so I pushed the guy through the door on 1 leg, and the door buckled like cheap cardboard, and that was the end of that door. So that's now a meme. They're calling it Gondor. It's very silly, and the cancer marathon was great. We raised $24,000 total. I think it's like 25 or 26 now. Huge fundraiser. They gave us like a plaque. Like the Cancer Foundation showed up and was like, "You guys are awesome. Have this award." And we're like, "Cool, I guess." But yeah, that was neat. The other bit of news that I have is that my roommate is breaking the tenant agreement and leaving randomly on December 1st with basically just 2 weeks of notice to me. This is a giant fucking pain in my ass because I basically have to meet the landlord and redo the tenant agreement and find a new person and redo like our insurance and our internet and the BC Hydro stuff so that it's not billed to him anymore. And this just fucked my whole week up. It like gave me a panic attack when I had to deal with it the next day. And we're kind of resolving it. He's got to move all his shit, so he has his work cut out for him. But the stipulation I gave him was that he has to find his replacement. And if he can't find it by the time he's gone, then he has to pay a rent that not that he has to pay, that he didn't fill. So at the very least, I'm not getting fucked on the bill on this one, as far as I can tell. I might actually end up saving money because I'll be like, the listing will be for $1,500 for what is essentially like a room with a closet and a bathroom in a 2-room like apartment. It's pretty good. $1,500 is not crazy for that asking price. So like I do feel like we actually probably fill it. And if we do, I'm actually paying $200 less than I am right now, which is a big deal. That's a big chunk of change for me. Even if I will have to be like paying more on the hydro and the internet because the internet will be a thing and I'll have to redo the insurance, but that's like $300 a year. So whatever. I'll still be paying less money monthly than I think I would otherwise. So this is okay. I basically just have to like talk to my landlord about this and set up a new fucking agreement and spend my time jumping through hoops, pain in the ass. I hate this. I hate this so much. But the backup is that if everything goes to shit and the landlord doesn't like that we're replacing the tenant and they just want to renege on the contract and say fuck us, at the very least I can Joe and Sean have offered to be my refuge and let me hang out at their place until I like find my new spot, which is pretty cool. I really appreciate that of them. Anyway, that's my bullshit. Work is going good. My work got extended to February next year. Woo, yay, That's awesome for me. That means I get more money and I get to save more money, which puts me in a really good spot. And yeah, fencing's good. I'm playing Breath of the Wild again. That's a good game. Anyway, toodaloo, y'all.